All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Outdoorsman's Garage YouTube channel. Today, we're talking about this pig. If you're new around here, this is my 2013 Chevy Silverado 2500HD four-wheel drive WT that I bought 3 years ago and have put nothing but money into it ever since. So let's go talk about what we're going to talk about today. All right, so let's get into this. You guys know that I had problems with O2 sensors, and I was initially told that the O2 sensors may have a problem from the smog tester that tested the vehicle and saw that it was throwing a code for O2 sensors for bank 2, which is passenger side. And he said that he was going to test it anyway because it wasn't lighting up on the dash. He said if it would light up on the dash, he wouldn't be able to test it, but since it's not lit up, he's going to test it anyway. And he tested it and it passed. As a matter of fact, it passed with pretty good numbers. But I took it home, drove it for a little while, and it started acting up. So anyway, I replaced the upstream and downstream O2 sensors, and immediately after I did that, it started throwing a code for multiple cylinder misfire. I then called my buddy that has a shop. He told me to bring it to him. He's got the right kind of code readers and testers and things like that, right kind of machinery for it. And so he had it for a while. He had it for a couple weeks. And finally, what he ended up doing was he ended up changing Bank 2's upstream and downstream sensors because they were reading bad. Right from the auto parts store, they were reading bad, which, okay, it could happen. I would have expected that from AutoZone, but I didn't go to AutoZone. And, you know, so then he replaced them with his, which that was $80 a piece for the two sensors. And then Bank 1 downstream, which is driver's side, started having, you know, throwing a code for the oxygen sensor. So he took Bank 2's downstream, swapped it out for Bank 1's downstream, and the misfire transferred from Bank 2 to Bank 1. So that kind of confirmed it that the oxygen sensor was the problem. So then he replaced the downstream O2 sensor on the driver's side on Bank 1, and I have one O2 sensor that hasn't been changed yet, and that's the upstream on Bank 1. It's not reading bad. As a matter of fact, it's testing out pretty good. So I guess we're not going to worry about it for right now. However, when you start it up from a cold start, it acts like it wants to die. And then after it warms up a little bit, it starts to level out. It sounds better. It runs better. And then when you get on it, when you hit that gas pedal, it just doesn't seem like it's all there. It seems like something's holding it back, or it's hesitating a little bit. And to me, that's plugs and wires, maybe. My buddy that owns a shop said that it also could be coil packs, which I'm really not looking forward to that. Coil packs are a little expensive, and I'm just overpaying, spending money on this truck. I'm just over it. You know, my wife wanted me to get a newer truck to have less problems, for it to be more reliable. Guess what? My 40-year-old blue dually was way more reliable than this truck is. The 93 GMC dually was way better in every way, better than this truck. And as a matter of fact, I think that older truck is more capable to doing a lot more work than this truck is. Nobody can tell me that the newer vehicles made within the last 20 years are better than any vehicle you can buy that was made before that. Bullshit. If it don't have an ashtray or a cigarette lighter in it, I don't want it. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to replace the plugs and wires, and if it needs coils, I'll replace the coils. I'll replace the ones that need to be replaced, and then it needs a blower motor for the heater. Aside from that, I'm not putting any more money into this truck, and if I have to do that, if I have to put money into it, I will fix whatever it is, or maybe I'll just put it up for sale instead of fixing it and then selling it. I'll just put it up for sale and be done with it. Because, like I said, I'm really done with putting parts into this truck. I mean, $2,600 for brake parts. And then right after that, I started having problems with these coils or these oxygen sensors. So before that, it was the radiator, the oil cooler lines. There was a whole bunch of different stuff that I have put money into this truck, and I shouldn't have had to do that. Now the brakes, they shouldn't have needed done because I just did them. And come to find out, there was the two rear calipers were sticking, so chewed everything up, and it needed a line because they had a leaky brake line. You know, there were things that needed to be replaced. I'm just tired of spending money on this truck. I'm tired of doing it. So anyway, that's what's going on with it right now. I don't know when those videos are going to come out, but there are videos coming on it. Like I said, spark plugs, wires, coils, blower motor. You know, those videos are coming. I don't know when they're going to be coming because, you know, I got to do things as the budget allows, and there's other things right now that is more pressing. So, I guess that's it for this one. I guess, yeah, we'll just end this now. Well, all right. So I guess that's it for this one. If you guys like this kind of content, make sure you hit the subscribe button, punch the bell in the face for notifications, hype it, like it, make a comment, do all the YouTube things, and we'll catch you in the next one. Thanks for watching, guys.